Module 1. What is empathy? Have you ever felt someone else's emotions so strongly they almost seemed like your own? That's empathy in action. Today, we'll explore what empathy is and how it differs from another common term, sympathy. Empathy is the ability to step into another person's shoes and understand their feelings from their perspective. Imagine your friend just lost their job. With empathy, you can feel their sadness, frustration, and maybe even fear about the future. You can understand why they might be feeling that way because you've put yourself in their situation. Here's an example. Let's say your colleague is stressed about a big presentation. With empathy, you might say, "Wow, that presentation sounds important. I can see why you're feeling nervous. Is there anything I can do to help?" Now, let's see how empathy is different from sympathy. Sympathy is also about caring about someone's situation, but it involves feeling sorry for them, often from your own perspective. Sticking with the presentation example, with sympathy you might say, "Oh no, that sounds awful. Presentations can be so nerve-wracking. Don't worry, I'm sure it will go well." See the difference? Sympathy acknowledges their feelings, but empathy takes it a step further by truly understanding them. It's like the difference between offering someone a tissue when they're crying, sympathy, versus listening to their story and validating their emotions, empathy. Empathy allows for a deeper connection. It shows you genuinely care and want to understand what they're going through. In the professional world, empathy can lead to stronger teamwork, better communication, and even improved customer service. So, next time someone is feeling down, try to step into their shoes and see things from their perspective. That's the power of empathy. We've talked about empathy, but did you know there are different ways we experience it? Today, we'll explore two key types, cognitive empathy and affective empathy. Think of empathy as having two parts, thinking and feeling. Cognitive empathy is the thinking part. It's the ability to understand what someone else is thinking and feeling, even if you don't necessarily share those emotions yourself. Imagine you see a coworker crying at their desk. With cognitive empathy, you might think, they must be really upset about something. Maybe they didn't get the promotion they wanted. You're using your understanding of situations and emotions to figure out what they might be experiencing. Here's another example. You're negotiating a deal with a client. Using cognitive empathy, you try to understand their needs and concerns. You might think, they seem hesitant about the price. Maybe they have a tight budget. By understanding their perspective, you can tailor your approach to find a solution that works for both sides. Now, affective empathy is the feeling part. This is where you actually share the emotions of the person you're empathizing with. It's like feeling their pain or happiness as if it were your own. Back to the coworker crying at their desk. With affective empathy, you might start to feel sad or concerned for them along with their own emotions. You might offer them a shoulder to cry on or ask if there's anything you can do to help. Here's another example. Your friend just got their dream job and you're genuinely excited for them. Their joy is contagious, and you can't help but feel happy for them too. That's affective empathy. Both cognitive and affective empathy are important. Cognitive empathy helps us understand, while affective empathy helps us connect. The ideal situation is to use both types of empathy to build strong and meaningful relationships in your personal and professional life.